Okay, today we're going to do a review of the homework assignment, which you're watching this because when you did the homework assignment, you made some errors that I want to make sure get corrected. So if I go into this problem, and I'm thinking about how to solve for x. What I first need to think about is where the x is located. So the x is located within the parentheses right now. It's in here. So I need to get it out by itself. So my first step would be to distribute the 5 to both of these pieces in an effort to get the x by itself. So I would get 20x plus 5p equals w. Now, if I think about this equation, if I just had 20x plus 5, I think most of you would agree that we would just subtract 5 from both sides. So I don't want you to take the p being here as anything other than it's just part of that number. So I'm going to subtract 5p from both sides. That leaves me with 20x equals w minus 5p. Now to get x by itself, I'm going to ignore the fact that there's all sorts of mess over here on the right side. And think about if this said 20x equals 20, I would divide both sides by 20. 20x equals 40, I would divide both sides by 20. So I'm still just going to divide both sides by 20. And I end up with, x equaling w minus 5p over 20. Now if I look at my other one over here, I would start with the same distribution of 5 to both numbers. So I'd get 20x plus 5p equals w. Now I want to get p by itself. So my first step is going to be to subtract 20x's from both sides. On the on the left side, that simplifies things and just leaves 5p. On the right side, I can't combine a w and a 20x, so I just have to leave it as w minus 20x's. Now, if this said 5p equals 70, you would just divide both sides by 5. So I don't want you to get freaked out that there's all sorts of mess left on the right side. We're still going to do the same step of just dividing both sides by 5. That's going to leave me with p equaling w minus 20x over 5. For my second problem on this page, solving for a is relatively easy. If this said 7a equals 30, you would know to just divide both sides by 7. If this said 7a equals 21, you would know to just divide both sides by 7 and simplify. So the fact that this says 7a equals, and then there's numbers and letters over here, momentarily freaks us out. But I know I'm just trying to get this a by itself, so I'm trying to get rid of everything that's attached to it. In this case, that's just a 7, so I can divide both sides by 7. I'm just left with a equals 10 minus 2h over 7. Solving for h is a little bit more challenging because there's other stuff on this side. So I'm solving for h. I need to get rid of everything surrounding that. The first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the 10 on both sides. So I'm going to subtract 10. That leaves me with 7a minus 10 equaling, this all cancels, but the negative sign stays with the 2h. So when this part cancels, the subtraction does not. That means that when I divide both sides, remember if this said negative 2h equaled 10, you would just divide by negative 2 on both sides. So the fact that this says negative 2h equals 7a minus 10, we still just divide by negative 2 on both sides. That leaves me with 7a minus 10 divided by negative 2 equaling h. Go ahead and try the practice problems and click submit.